Time to start.
You're in a hawk wind.
No, I'm in the MB339 actually. I'm going to get rid of the live weather though. Maybe there's a wicked crosswind.
Oh, 7 knots here at Llanbedr. Anglesey is a bit more exposed, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that weather. Will make it not fun at all.
Maybe you're still in Southeast Asia. Unless you haven't changed your label, of course.
Yeah, the only reason I'm going with the MB339 tonight is because it's better visibility than the Hawk.
I'm going to give the Eurofighter a bit of an airing. I've done some trials and this is the best one, I think. That Hawk's a beast to fly and try and keep it flying.
It takes a bit of getting used to.
Oh, it really does penalise you.
Yeah, if you come in too slow, you're going into the ground basically.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you well? Heard some talk about changing server. Is that correct?
We're on West Europe tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying it because we've had various people have had issues, particularly people in America, I think, with the Southeast Asia service recently. So, try a different server.
Yeah, that's great.
Just making my way down towards Llanbedr.
Tapio was here earlier in a hawk. Doesn't normally fly on a Sunday night, does he? Apiti and all that lot, Micronesia or Polynesia.
That's right.
South Pacific.
Your mic check, please.
Yeah, 5x5.
5x5.
quick question. Are we still on the East Asia server?
No, we're on West Europe tonight.
Ah, thanks.
Local 63 for mic check.
Yep, 5x5.
Evening all.
Evening.
Jonathan, did you have a look at the L39C?
Not yet, no.
The only one that's got the the modern electronic cockpit is Blue Ice. All the others have got various cockpits of makeshift design, is the best way to describe them.
Right.
It's an add-on, the L39C, compared to the one you get with the Reno pack.
I didn't get the Reno pack, I just got the Blue Ice one, because that had the fully electronic cockpit with the moving map and everything. The only thing that I have found is that when the undercarriage is down, you get the red lights, and when the undercarriage is up, you get the green lights. And when the brake is on, the lever is down, and when the brake is off, and when the brake is off, the lever is up.
I think you can reverse that just by physically changing it.
Can you? Oh, I'll have a go at that, because otherwise it's quite weird, but I don't know, you can't get the, see if I can, yeah, I'll have a go.
Because for all the other, if you have the L39, the standard one that comes with the Reno pack, it's pretty good for the Mach loop. The only thing you have to pay attention is that the speed is in kilometer per hour, not miles. I think it's a Russian-based aircraft. And you have the Garmin version, which allows you to get the moving map.
I haven't given it a thought, because I've got the electronic cockpit. I've just assumed that I've got knots.
Make a check. Okay, because usually Russian pilots were trained based on kilometer per hour.
Altitude in meters.
Yep, no, this has got a refitted gearbox indeed. It's got a refitted, a really great big aircraft has just landed on top of me. No, this has got a refitted cockpit, so I've got knots, not kilometers. So I'm still in understandable language.
The other fun thing on the L39, there is an indicator on the top left, some of the lights. It's the dangerous altitude indicator. Basically, when you do the Mach loop, it's always on.
Yeah, I've noticed it flashing on and off in the Mach loop.
My aircraft doesn't want to start.
It knows what you're about to do to it.
Yeah.
Did you say please?
I said very pretty, please. Maybe my sim's locked, I don't know. No, button's working. I wonder what that is. It's an Airbus. Oh, it's an F-16.
I don't know, we've turned the place into an airport.
A couple of F-35s.
F-18s.
The PC-21 is also really fun to in the Mach loop. Not a jet, but pretty efficient.
Vertigo.
Eurofighter here.
Oh. I'm pushing back and I've just gone through somebody's hold.
Which runway are we taking?
17 or 15, I guess. Or 23 if you can get off that quickly.
Yeah, I think
There's 189 at 7.
I think people are going to see a lot of A320s tonight, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this event is sponsored by Airbus.
Oh, F-18s are showing up, aren't they?
Yeah.
If they're standard, I guess. Hawks. Beach. BE-36. That's a Bonanza, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, that's Q jumping.
Somebody just put their plane into the ground.
Guilty.
Already.
I can say we haven't even got to the hills yet.
It did look rather impressive though.
Tom Cruise made it look so easy.
That's because it wasn't him.
Right, let's cheat. Do it ready for takeoff.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I think he is, yes. You're a little bit faint.
Right, I'm just going to circle the airfield.
Sorry to say I'm not seeing everybody.
Do we need either or both of the add-ons, or are they optional?
No, you don't need any add-ons.
After 3 loop, you will recognize the hills.
Yes. The anybody who can't see anybody, we're all on West Europe tonight on the multiplayer service.
It's going to be one of those evenings for me, Jonathan. Sorry, I've reset twice.
Dear Fly, are you taking off?
So if RJ Ramjet rams into anybody, my apologies.
I'm happy to reset.
Sounds pretty on brand.
There's a very orderly queue forming of people going for the runway. So someone's asking on the live stream what I'm flying. I'm in the MB339 made by Air Mach. It's an Italian thing. Trainer.
Run by Tricolore, I believe, isn't it?
I think so.
Or isn't it by the other one?
Ramjet, are you going to go through him because he's not taking off or moving?
Oh, are you guys ready to go?
Yeah, we can. Well, we're going in a few minutes, so.
Oh, there he goes.
Getting
Mr.
the-
Must Fly is moving.
Yeah,
Cool.
sorry, I was just waiting for someone to take the lead, I guess.
You're in the front.
You're the winner tonight.
Well, follow me then.
Okay, doke.
Now's as good a time to scratch this nice blue paint off this F-18.
Or the black off this F-35.
Can the mic check, please?
Yes, 5x5.
Thank you very much. Hi, Richard.
Hiya.
So, is there anybody that doesn't know the Mach loop yet? Because that saves me from
the right one or not.
I was going to say it will save me from doing a couple of slow laps to teach people the route.
Watching your video, so I don't know.
Well, if I
got it on my map,
I guess that's a good way of putting it.
I'll fly
Hopefully I'll make the
around
right
slowly the first few, so if anybody's got labels on and wants to follow me, I'm John Beckett in Flight Simulator, so I'll just fly around at 50% throttle, which should probably be about 250 knots, something like that. And I'll stay fairly high.
And you can also follow me flying Mr. Rowe
Yep.
if you want to have a guide.
Oh, speed big 001. I've done it a few times. I've got no throttle.
That could be a problem.
So my engine was running, but the throttle's not working, so I don't know what's going on.
Would be a lifesaver.
Well, I'm getting more black screens that I would care for, so I'll be materializing and disappearing here and there.
You're getting blank screens.
The black screens.
What, but the entire simulator disappears?
Yeah, in VR only though.
Oh, okay.
What it is the G2 and the data stream, something to do with that.
I was going to say, I used to have that happen on a 4K screen, and then I realised that not all HDMI cables are equal.
No, I can only blame it on my G2 or my data.
Just going to try a different aircraft, see what happens. If not, it's going to be a reboot.
A couple of cancels there by the looks of it.
First time in a jet tonight.
That's the best place to test it.
Ah, wonderful.
Right, we're just coming up to, we've just gone past 8 o'clock, so I'm going to start making my way down towards Barmouth on the entrance into the hills. And I'm going to circle in the harbour down there. Let's turn the nameplates on, see how many we've got.
What time did you arrange for the refuelling tanker to arrive?
It's every 20 minutes.
Yeah, one every lap.
What's the IKO?
Echo Golf Fox Delta.
Yep, Foxtrot Delta.
It's curious that the Barmouth Railway Bridge is not shown.
Yeah.
No, I've got no throttle no matter what aircraft it is.
Unplug your throttle and plug it back in again.
Easier said than done.
This standard assault by F-18 is pretty fun to fly.
The L-39C is very easy to fly, but it's a trainer, of course.
But that's not one of the standard aircraft.
You have the one, the L39 standard in the Reno pack, and the L39C is another version.
Oh, okay.
So the L39, if you have the Reno pack, it's also very good in this area.
I've just got blue ice.
So, just so people are aware, following this river on the way in is just a safe way to join the Mach loop. So we'll double back on ourselves. We're not actually in the Mach loop yet. So as you follow the river down, you can see the entrance and the exit to your right of the Mach loop.
Yeah, I'm looking on the flight plan. I'm in the nav map there. It's like the circle.
Yep.
That is the loop, yeah.
Yeah, so when we double back on ourselves, we're basically joining the way, you know, the path, basically. I'm going to stay fairly high for the first few laps, so anybody can follow me that wants to.
I think I'm going to have external view first after so.
I'm just passing the exit. You can see somebody coming roaring up the valley in an F-16.
Yeah, I was told I had the lead, so I'm leading.
Ooh, look at those on there.
Okay, just coming down towards Corris Corner.
Nav lights are great.
Was it 3 laps in daytime, then we switched to night?
Use the force, Luke. You may laugh, but the modern fighters, they've got night vision in their headset, haven't they?
Certainly have.
Hey.
Gonna need a sick bag soon.
VR?
Oh yeah.
So if anybody tries to do this in the Starfighter, it's a really good way of breaking the ailerons and the elevators on the Starfighter. And the lights come on in the cockpit like a Christmas tree.
Nobody in their right mind would do it in a Starfighter, would they?
No.
One lap down, maybe 2 laps.
I'm going to turn the labels off now.
Which server?
West Europe.
We took that Airbus.
Airbus is an F-16. What are you flying?
I'm in that Vertigo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm in the Vertigo as well.
Have you got Vertigo? No, it's very close.
anybody flying over 200 foot disqualified.
Well, I've been probably at 500 so far, doing it very gently.
Well, I've already hugged a few trees on the hillside here and there.
I can see the setting sun becoming a problem on some of the route.
You're having live weather?
I've just changed the weather to clouds, but I've kept the time accurate.
There's a caribou.
Awesome. Right. Let's turn the engine up.
Do caribou live in Serengeti?
Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a moose.
In the hoose.
Loose.
Sorry.
Oh, where's my map gone? Ah, I unplugged my external drive while I was doing the throttle. I've lost my map.
I'm just lost.
What is your name tag?
The lost person. I'm here. I'm alright.
I assume it's no cheating and back to refuel if we need to, is it?
It's only fun.
Yeah, there's no rules. Somebody just came past me extremely quickly.
It's
Well,
so
that's
good
good.
when you're chasing someone around here. I've got a little...
I'm seeing more and more tags. That might be a good sign for me.
Very good.
I think there is a bug in FS Realistic. People keep screaming all the time.
Perhaps it's the way you fly.
Possibly.
Somebody just crashed in front of me.
Was it
No, they didn't know it was your turn.
Is that F-35 again? You're mine.
Well, that's easy enough. Now I've got all grayed out on my little nav map, so I've got to follow the gray line now.
Yeah, that's one disadvantage, isn't it? Put the flight plan, as soon as you have flown it, it's grey.
It's even worse in the sim. It disappears.
went down.
The road traffic in my sim seems to be about 20 feet off the road.
Oh. So I always thought that was one of the good features of this. It's all
flyers.
Highlander.
Oh, just bumped the house. Got away with it.
I think I might have to.
Expensive.
I think I might have to go and get the starfighter. Trouble is, I know I'll break it within a lap.
Just disable.
No, I think it damages whether the damage is off or not.
Yeah, it's like the Hawk. If you bump the Hawk, you've got to restart.
Really?
Well, you can carry on without any instruments.
Who needs instruments?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hiya.
Hi there.
Hello.
So everybody's getting lower and faster and braver by the minute.
Well, I can't have every F-16 pass me all the time.
737 Max. Maybe that's not in the loop.
In the Fuga, does it appear as a jumbo jet for you guys?
I think it always defaults to an Airbus, doesn't it?
Right. I'm going to pull out of the loop for a moment and go and switch airplanes.
I think I'm going to land in a field in a minute and go make a coffee.
It's quite stressful, isn't it?
Using dev mode to swap aircraft?
Yep. Which is the... Oh, it doesn't really matter which F-104 I choose, does it? It's going to get broken, whichever.
Just cleared some trees out.
Okay, Marduk, I saw you.
Is there a lot of training being done here? Is it regularly? Or?
Yes. All week, every week.
My screen is frozen with a lot of heavy breathing.
You can't guarantee that you'll see it. That's the trouble. When people, it's quite a hike to get to vantage points, and people go up there and they drag all their photographic equipment up there and video equipment, and they can go 2 or 3 days without seeing anything.
That's still
What about the people living there in the area?
That's why they live there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'd move there in a heartbeat.
No night training, right?
I don't know. Jonathan said earlier that you can do night training because you've got night vision goggles.
What?
Yeah, the helmets for the F-35 are $300,000.
I've just put the starfighter in the range.
That's
already
where it goes.
Oh, it does if it's German Air Force. We don't make it.
Oh, jeez.
Just got to get my bearings. Okay, there's the route. It's very easy to find the route tonight because there's nav lights everywhere.
Thanks for the flight plan also.
That's okay, Jonathan. I'm enjoying the rumbling in my ears as I pass out.
God, it's so difficult to get this thing to start again. There we go.
So nobody in the Dutch yet?
There's a bunch of pilings in here for me.
As we fly so low, I'm reminded of the Blanco Lirio review of the crash of the 737. It had jet wash trails behind it as it knocked down trees from just the exhaust. I imagine if you're super low here, you do the same.
Yeah, everyone that lives here walks with a stoop. Don't put your head up.
And the deaf.
Hey?
What?
Right, let's see if I can get the camera adjusted a little bit. It's
Lower
better.
than the road. All those that are flying over the top of me are wasting their time.
Yeah, but you're going by road.
I'm going by tree tops, taking a few out now and again.
I see there's a canoe program you can get for this.
It doesn't do the Mach loop very well.
No. Well, mind you could follow this little river, couldn't you? Which is a stream.
It's done really well. They just updated it for a third time.
Right, landing.
The scene here is really good as well.
Starfighter's going in again. Yep.
It's time to choose another one.
Yeah. I'm going to go and choose a different aeroplane. It's a ridiculous proposition. Where's the Hawk?
That's a shame the F-16 appears as an Airbus.
The stock F-16.
I'm sorry?
The stock F-16.
There isn't one, is there?
Oh, maybe I'm getting confused with something else.
There's the F-18.
Oh, the F-18, right, yeah.
Oh, Tomcat. Tomcat appears as a Bonanza. Oh well.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
I'm really glad I put on the G-suit today. I only passed out once.
It's Hunter going past me now.
Not trying, but I'm going for a new record on how many times I do that. So far, it's about 4.
What is a hunt?
Many grayouts.
I crashed the other day because I had a red out in the Hawk.
Crash, 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 crash.
No, red out, that's a negative G, right?
Correct.
Is the Hawker Hunter from FS2?
It is, yes. I had a guy called Dave Garwood, and they, in every other version of Flight Sim, I think it came out in FS9 originally. brilliant. I've only just downloaded it today. It looks pretty good. Get some daylight soon.
When you miss a turn at Mach 1.2, you miss a turn.
Yeah, it's in about 10 miles. Probably more than that, isn't it?
Ooh, somebody in the distance flying an A400M? Really? Wow.
Yeah, well, they would use that here. They do the C-130.
Slightly.
There's always somebody to notice, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
Right behind.
Yes, I missed the turn, I do believe.
A couple of ATRs over there. I reckon a lot of people have been practicing this.
You think?
First time I'm here.
Well, there's less people saying they've crashed than I was expecting.
I'm just lost. Jonathan, there's a starfighter directly behind you. Giving you the what for.
I've seen about 6 people crash so far, but there's so many times when I thought I'm about to crash. I wonder how I didn't.
She goes up.
Breathe.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wind the time back. It's getting too dark, isn't it?
Yeah. Very impressive, though.
It looks brilliant when you come out of the Mach loop with the sun there on the plane.
That's beautiful here.
Somebody over there called Window Ledge.
Oh, somebody just put their plane across the hillside.
What kind of jeans are you pulling?
Too many. I gave up on it. It was too ridiculous. I think you need about 3 or 4 cups of coffee before you try and fly this in the Starfighter.
Crash again.
Time to go and refuel.
Oh yeah, fuel. Don't have time for that.
Just going to watch the first lap of the Grand Prix as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ridiculous time of day to have a Grand Prix.
That's what happens when you get Americans in charge.
Well, the Americans should know that we watch it at 3 o'clock every Sunday afternoon. Not whatever time suits them.
Darn us Americans, dang it.
Yes, darn you.
So how long did it take that top rudder 103 to get around the circuit earlier?
I think it's still on the first lap.
Okay, so we total complete crash now.
Nothing's going to go past me now.
Well, you're going to go the Antonov.
How did you guys? I thought if I fly low in this, nobody will be able to, they've got to go over the top of me.
Is there a dedicated key behind it?
Keep behind me for
To activate the post combustion in the engine.
Afterburner.
Afterburner, thanks.
yeah, there's a key behind
Sorry,
me.
I couldn't hear the question. Got just enough engine noise going on in here, I guess.
Officially, it's no longer authorized in this area.
just thought I'd try a stealth plane, the B-21 Raider, but I can't see it at all. Just empty tarmac.
I'm off to find that tanker, otherwise I'll be landing rather early than I want to.
Oh, that 225 is so big. Now that I've dealt with that little red flashing fuel light, I think I'll head back to Bath.
Just gone in.
Yeah, I wrote it off.
I saw it well.
I flipped the motor and then it took the engines out.
Anybody else flying the Aero Doczny L39, the one that you get with the Reno pack?
Nope.
I was flying it just before I changed to the F80. Yeah.
I quite like it.
Now I've got the C version, blue ice.
Okay. So I'm going to try and do a lap or two with some other willing person to be wingman or me be their wingman. So anybody up for that?
Which aircraft do you have? It was about 40.
The L39.
Okay.
Okay.
Fabio, are you in West Europe server?
No.
That's where we are.
Aha. I just change, or is it going to kick me out?
No, just change.
No, just change. Just press escape and click on your name, and then choose a new server, and then go back in. You launch and reload anything.
Fantastic, thank you.
It might take a few minutes or a few seconds, maybe a minute, before you see anybody then.
Oh, I'm going to have a break for a bit. It's starting to stress me out.
I've got the Hawk, but I find the handling a bit odd when you're really zipping along. I find it sort of does strange things. It sort of...
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Did you do the
You want to try every antenna.
Fabio, did you do the updates to the Hawk?
Yeah, I've got the latest one, yeah.
Right, okay. Because it got a lot better after the update.
Just do a bit of high altitude chilling out here, I think.
Just flights 146 is quite pleasing and relaxing here.
I think you're slightly ahead of me in the L39.
Whereabouts are you?
Wales.
A bit upside down.
Wales.
North Wales, if you really want to know. Lost in
Northwest Wales, if you want to be precise.
We're going round this antenna in a field.
Is that you, Icy Comb?
Say again?
I'm just looking for the other L39.
Yeah, I see Icicom and Fabio, and I'm gonna join you on your left. I'll try to meet you by cutting the turn.
I think you're just ahead of me. You're in my 1 o'clock. But I can follow you if you want. Are you full throttle?
So that's Icicom, I believe.
On the way to there.
Ah, okay.
I'm flying Mr. Rowan on your left. And I am at 700, that's kilometer per hour.
Was that you? Did you just go past me?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just past BAE 146.
There's the vacancy in here.
When you crash, is there any way to respawn in place?
Have you got damage switched on or not?
I have everything switched on.
Switch it off.
I was going to say, if you haven't got damage switched on, you can just go to slew.
Okay. And when you do that, you just do the Y key and...
Yep. Lift the plane back in the air, press Y again, and you're off and flying again.
Okay, good.
If you're in a prop plane, you might have some bent props.
Only fan blades here.
I'm going to get some altitude over the Mach loop to look down and see everybody going around it. I think it looked quite cool.
At least your Rio didn't eject.
Is Rio in the B-46?
Just post it if you want to on a new aircraft.
I just hit the mountains. Whereabouts are you?
Flying Bistro, I mean the main valley, the large one.
Okay. Well, I've just gone past you.
That's okay.
I was in the Lake District. They did some low fly paths along Lake Windermere. So is there a low-level route there?
I think so. One of the RAF videos on YouTube, they continue on up to the Lake District, but there's lots of cuts in it, so you can't tell exactly where they went.
Does anyone here fly DCS?
Yep.
How is that to compare with this?
The flight model's massively better. And you get to blow stuff up.
Okay, so the flight model is, you feel it or what?
It's just a lot more realistic, but you're paying for it. Because, yeah, the aeroplanes for DCS cost £70–80 each.
Across the board it's better, or just for real jets?
Well, that's all it does, is military jets. So each one, there isn't like a generic flight model in DCS. Each plane has its own flight model.
But can you do the Mach route?
No, because the scenery isn't there. Yet. There's a mysterious advert about what's coming this year for, or the next few years, I guess, for DCS, where they talk about Orbex.
Oh, right.
So it may be that the world is coming to DCS.
They have added some, haven't they?
Oh, there's several regions you can buy.
DCS is free, right?
The core simulator is free, yes, but you buy aircraft and regions of the world. There are some aircraft that come with it for free, but the ones that cost money are all study level to to the nth degree. To the point with some of them that it's not fun anymore.
Isn't DCS, isn't it a Russian program?
No, the original developer, well, one of the original developers was from Russia. But they were based in Switzerland for many years. I think they still are.
I'm going to check that out.
One of the founders, one of the original developers, wrote. Can you remember the SU-27 simulator on the 16-bit computers and on the early PCs?
No.
But basically, that was kind of the grandfather of what we now know as DCS. That simulator.
But you're talking PC here.
Yeah. So back in kind of the early 90s, mid 90s, there was an SU-27 flanker simulator.
Yeah, I heard about that. I had an old one with the Eurofighter. It's called Eurofighter.
Yep, I remember that. But yeah, the guy that wrote Flanker and then went on to form, the team that built DCS, he died a few years ago. I think he moved to Switzerland, around the same sort of time that Flanker was released.
Okay.
I think one of the... I'm not sure I'm going to get this story right, and somebody will probably be able to correct me. One of the team at Eagle Dynamics got put in jail for trying to smuggle basically the pilot operating handbook and the technical book for the F-16 out of the US. He was taking it back for the development team to work on it, and they got caught with it, and it was obviously completely illegal that they had it. But without it, the F-16 in DCS wouldn't be anything like as realistic as it is.
Yeah, I heard about that. But he never got to jail or anything, did he?
I don't know. I know that he was caught and it was the threat of jail time. I guess there were elements of the book that were not allowed to leave the US for whatever reason. But whether it was a schematics or an engineering handbook or what, I'm not sure.
There was a thing in the press about documentation from Royal Navy submarines found in a pub toilet.
Oh my word.
Apparently it was a generic handout. It wasn't how to operate a submarine or anything, it's just like a little pamphlet. Like not an owner's manual, something you'd get from a car dealer from a new car release or something.
Yep.
A brochure. All it was.
Welcome, this is your submarine.
Yeah. You check in the glove compartment, you'll find the tin of complimentary sweets. Don't press the red button, whatever you do.
It should give you many years of confident enjoyment.
Yeah, with the comfort.
Okay?
Please note, going to war devoids the warranty.
I'm going to fly back up to Llanbedr. This is actually quite stressful, isn't it, compared to a normal flight night?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty stressful. 100% concentration.
It is. You don't get a chance to rest, do you, at all?
No, I've got neck ache from picking up.
Yeah.
I've drawn a
coffee was hot, right?
I've drawn a solid black line on little nav map for around the route.
Yeah, same here. Well, I wouldn't say it's solid, but it's black.
So I'm going to follow the estuary out, and I think I might go and land and call it a night after an hour, because that's kind of done me in. If anyone's interested, I went this afternoon and did a live stream up in, or not a live stream, I recorded a video up in Papua New Guinea with a little STOL aeroplane. It's brilliant fun up there.
Which aircraft was it?
I'm going to get this wrong now. The RANS S6S.
Oh yeah, okay.
The Coyote 2. It's a tiny little aeroplane. It's like, you know, I think people buy it as a kit quite often. But I was just going across the hilltop airfields in Papua New Guinea. It's brilliant fun.
Did it have the oomph to do that?
Just about.
A high elevation, yeah.
Yeah, I think I was quite lucky that they were about 5,500 to 6,000 feet, the peaks I was going to. But some of the runways, you had to keep the throttle in to keep rolling to get to the top of the runway to turn around.
Yeah.
And like quite a lot of throttle just to keep it rolling through the grass.
Mark put a flight plan up with some of the airfields, which is quite good.
I definitely need some slow flying after this.
Yeah, just to de-stress a little bit.
I need refreshments.
Verstappen is now third.
That's the advantage they have in that car. And he's very quick, obviously.
He's just overtaken signs like he was standing still.
It's interesting how the press have tried to demonise him, because they always have to have a goodie and a baddie, don't they?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the press, there was a load of pictures that have kind of gone viral of him coming out of the circuit yesterday evening, and there was a little girl waiting for him with a picture she'd drawn of him in the car, and he stopped for ages with the family taking photos and, you know, posing with anyone who came up, and it was a complete opposite story than the press would like to have you believe about him.
I think he's like two people, really, isn't he? One on the track, he's ruthless beyond measure.
Yeah, everybody successful is. Same thing was always said of Schumacher, wasn't it? That he was a lovely chap away from the car, but as soon as you put him in a race, different animal.
He's got a job to do, hasn't he?
Exactly.
You know, you get paid for doing that job, and you do it to the best of your ability. And if that means you're a bit ruthless at times.
Exactly.
And you get something like Lewis Hamilton, who tries every time he gets overtaken.
Remember Senna and Prost? They took each other off how many times?
Verstappen second.
Took the words out of my mouth.
There was that one race, wasn't there, where Senna had warned him before the start that if he was alongside him at the first corner, they were not going to finish.
Yeah.
It was because one won the championship one year, and the next year the other one was going to have it, and they took each other off both years.
Brilliant.
They're like Hunt and Lauda.
Yeah.
The formation and the ball.
In my previous job, I was lucky enough to meet quite a lot of the racing drivers, and the least favourite was Nigel Mansell.
Remember, you were talking to a policeman.
Yeah, but he was just a pig. Sorry.
I just asked again.
Tell us what you really think.
And talking about pig-head, you know, we were saying about some of them being really nice people off the track.
Yeah.
Well, he was a pig-headed, arrogant
So-and-so,
swine.
yeah. lost in showbiz.
Yeah, and he was a classic case of having the best car of all.
Right, I'm going to call it. Everybody else feel free to keep lapping and have fun. But I'm going to call it an evening because my head is completely fried with flying low level for an hour.
So what's the fastest lap time and good night?
Who's crashed the most? Yay!
Yeah,
no
well,
contest.
That prize is mine.
We'll have to write a letter of apology to the people of the Welsh Valleys, I think.
This was a great opportunity, really fun.
It's made a difference, didn't it, for a change?
It was nice.
Really nice, thank you.
I think next week, just checking what is on next week, let's go and have a look. So, they're all in the forums, so if we go and look in events, what's the date today? 7th. So 14th is the Norwegian Fjords next week. It's back to usual, toodling along in GA planes, starting at Haugesund. Bringaland, Floro, and Hovden, Vigra, and Arrow. Should be good fun.
Yeah, great scenery there as well.
Yep. Right. I'm going to stop the live stream, but everybody else can feel free to carry on if you want to.